Y'all excited? I'm excited. Want to play some Rimworld? I'm Kay. So I've played Rimworld quite a bit. They just released Alpha 18 this week. So I've been waiting a couple days for the mods to get updated. For the most part, most of them that I like are, are updated. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in. The mods that I'm gonna be playing is Pig's Lab, Prepare Carefully, Hospitality, Increase Stacks. This is one that I quite like because I feel like the normal range of the stacks are kind of a little low. Various ship chunks that enables us to, instead of going out and getting some steel from, deconstructing the ship parts, this gives us access a little bit more. We can get plate steel from some, silver from others. Rim fridge, some extra trade ships. Well, we're going to lower the cost of components, lower the electrical use for some of the lights, electricity requirements and stuff. It gives us, when we get a little somebody saying, hey, I want to join you, or can you help me? It's going to give us a little more options to look at. Miniaturization, which enables us to pick up items that we normally wouldn't be able to pick up and reinstall. Feed the colonist, which allows us to make bulk food. Doesn't change the requirements of it, but it just allows us to make more at one time. The ability to repair items. The ability to allow anybody that can haul stuff help out with building. A designated spot for traders. One of my favorites, the organ engineering mod. Embracers. Some training facilities. Some extra turrets. I'm a little hit or miss with this one. There's some things I like about it and some things I don't. What it allows us to do is it designates what people should be eating in what order. Instead of somebody randomly grabbing certain foods, this enables us to say, hey, before you eat NutriPaste, check to see if there's a fine meal available. Or before you eat that fine meal, check to make sure there's not a lavish one. Because there's times where they just grab berries and there's a meal sitting right there. Then they're mad about it. And then this one I'm going to try out. I've never used before. It allows us to farm for the ingredients to make the Nutramine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start a new colony. I have a custom scenario. Basically just adds a little extra stuff at the starting. Takes away stone. It also gives us hydroponics at the start. And what that's going to do is when we go and select our map, I don't want to play in the jungle. I don't want to play in the plains. I want to play where it's harsh. Someplace where we can't grow items. Maybe the desert, the extreme desert, the tundra. We're going to see. We're going to stay on classic. We're going to do some challenge. Let's do K and let's do 50% just to give us a wide variety of places to go. I also want to build my base near some pirates. So if we get the opportunity to take on some pirates or constantly get raided, I want that ability. So I'm going to go ahead and let the world load up and choose a spot and bring you right back in. Alright, and we're back. And this is my little planet. So I found two spots. I found this spot way down here in this tundra, near a couple pirate bases, but a little closer to up here. And it is one of these right here. So it's mountainous. It has granite, slate, and marble. Now those are the three stones that I try to generally try to find. I like building my walls, my exterior walls out of granite, my interior walls out of marble, and my roads and floors out of slate a lot. Now, going around, I wanted it near a road. So I looked around. I was kind of happy with that, and then I decided to hit up the other pole. So up here, we have two pirate bases really close together. Different factions, too. And I believe it is right here. We got granite, marble, slate. It's large hills, so that will enable us to have a little bit bigger base, whereas still having, because I don't want to build a mountain base, I want to build an exterior base. And then it caught my eye, whereas the other one has a lot more rainfall, same amount of time, has a little bit colder temperature. This has something called caves. Now, I've never played on a map that has caves for the special features. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I think this is what we're going to go ahead and do. We're not on the road. We're pretty close to it. I think this is generally gonna be a nice, hard map for us. Now, as for our map size, I'm going to keep it on default. I do normally like to play around 325, but I'm going to keep it on default, just to make it a little more easier for recording, so we know exactly what's going on the map. I don't have to scroll around for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and next. Now, because we're using prepared carefully, I do have a preset all set up. This, of course, has Sophie, Kay, and Sarah. And it enables us, let's see. Sophie, well, she likes to shoot a lot. Some social skills. She's going to be our healer and our grower. And also intellectual. We got Kay. Well, that's going to be our soldier. We got construction. No, growing. And then crafting and intellectual. Let's make our crafting a little higher up. We've got our Sarah. Well, Sarah's going to be the construction person. Also our crafting. With a little bit more shooting. You know. Now, as you can see, all of these people have the same traits. Bloodlust, sanguine, and psychopath. Because if I'm going to have a base near pirates, I want to be able to capture them, harvest them, maybe even sell them. Basically, I want to be better than the pirates. So this is what we're going to go. As for the relationships, well, Sophie and Sarah, they're going to be my daughters in this game. For those that don't know, Sophie is the name of my doggy. Alright, so for our equipment, we're going to have a low amount of silver. Some food, because it is tundra, it's going to take us a while to get going. Some medicine, components. I did bring a little bit more components than normal just because of... we're going to, right off the start, we're going to go straight for a lot of electricity and stuff. We're not going to waste any time doing fire to heat up buildings and stuff like that. We're just going to go straight for the electricity. So I did bring myself some steel too. A couple bolt action rifles, a little puppy dog, and a charge rifle. Alright, so I think that's everything. I think we're ready to go. Now, since this is a tundra map, there's not going to be a lot of wood. And as you can see, our wood is already a little low. So right off the bat, that's going to be a priority, is to find some wood. And on the map, we may not start with any wood. Who knows? Let's go ahead and start. All right. The three of you awake in a cry or sleep. Basically, we're going to go ahead and run to the squay pods and abandon ship. Alright, so let's go ahead and stop and let's take a look around. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're gonna save our map. Let's take a look around. Well, right off the bat, we've got a... I guess this is a cave. Right next to us, we got... I don't know what this is or what this does. That's pretty interesting. In fact, there's a couple caves. All right, so what do we got here? We got, I guess our best area would be right here. We actually have a couple geysers right here. Two would be inside our base, I think. One just outside. We could also put our base around this area here. But that basically just gives us one geyser. Ooh, what's this over here? Oh, we got bugs. I wonder if the bugs are going to come out and attack us. Or do they just stay inside the cave? That's pretty interesting. I think we're just going to go ahead and stay right here. We got a little building right here. So let's go ahead and occupy that for the time being. Let's get a real quick farm going. Looking around, we don't have very much fertile ground at all. Small patch right here, that's about it. Little chunk right there. Let's go ahead and allow myself to interact with these things. Just tell everybody to grab a weapon. Let's get our stockpiles going. There we go, 2 stockpiles. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Need a butcher's table, of course. Stone cutter's table. Let's go ahead and do a research bench. Now, I'm going to go ahead and build an electric stove. Once again, we're going to start really quick off with electricity. So we're going to build a heater, electric stove, and a refrigerator. And as for our power requirements, what we're going to do is build a all right, let's go ahead and speed this up. Let's get all this stuff built. But we do a light also. And let's not forget our shelf. Right there, components. All right. All right, so those 2 items are safe now. Where is our, here we go. And our steel. Couple more ship chunks. Now, we only have a few days before winter comes. But it should be enough that on fertile land we should be able to get 1 harvest. Let's set up our bills. And since there's only granite, marble, and slate on this map, those are the ones we need to pay attention for. But because of meteorites, they can deposit the other, they can deposit sandstone and limestone. As for research, wow, our research thing is, as you can see, pretty jam-packed. There's something going on with mods. They all like going in the same corner. So when we choose things, we need to look to see exactly what we're choosing. But right off the bat, what we need to do is we need to get smithing. I want to get to geothermal power as soon as I can. But with the new update, there's quite a few steps. So we're going to start with smithing. Alright, so the mod, Feed Everybody, or Feed the Family, I forgot the name of it. The mod gives us this right here. We can cook 4 simple meals at a time. So that still gives us... you know, it still requires the same amount of, instead of 10 total food, it's now requiring 40 to cook 4, but it does it at one time, so it saves some time for the running back and forth. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and let them make the sand blocks. Probably going to go around and start deconstructing some of these walls. There's a bunch of them around here. It looks like we have probably an ancient structure here that would we'll be able to get some nice equipment. It looks like a pretty decent size, so it should have a good amount of little cryopods, which means a whole bunch of advanced weapons. I'm also, right off the bat, I want to tame at least a male and a female. I don't know if I can do it before winter comes, but we're gonna try. Because that would give us not only fur, but also milk, which that would be spectacular. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to let them build up some bricks, and then I'm probably going to basically box off this geyser right here. And then from there, I'm going to put a farm right next to it using grow lights so that we'll be able to grow in the winter. I'll heat it with the steam geyser as well as heaters. All right, so we'll be right back. And we're back. I've just gotten a little message saying people want to come into our area, but because of insects, they're scared. I'm going to go ahead and send them away. Because once again, I don't know if those insects are going to actually attack. And with us being with no defenses and only 3 people, I'm not even sure that we'd be able to defend ourselves. Alright. I'm also going to build a couple more shells for our wood, as well as if we can get some weapons so they don't deteriorate. Alright, be right back. Alright, and we're back. And our little base, I've started laying it out. And now we have time to name it. So our faction is just going to be called K. And I think we're going to name our settlement. Let's name it Setting Moon. Alright, so as you can see, go ahead and start forbidding some of this. Alright, so as you can see, we got 3 grow lights, a bunch of hydroponics up here. This bottom one, we're going to grow hay grass for animals. Let's grow heel root here and rice in that one. Once we get this all built, we start getting it powered. We'll build, in fact, we don't really need the hay grass right now, at least until we tame some of those muffalos. Let's go ahead and make sure our animal's trained. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and start building that up. We've got some blocks. In fact, I think pretty much all of our marble. We had 200 and didn't go very far. Looks like I should have set it to 2,000. So we got slate floors, marble walls. My exterior wall, I'm going to place going around. So I've notched out where I think the edge of it should be. I might actually push it over some. Mad animal. A rat. Make sure they all fight. You know, you're getting attacked, right? Or chased, right? And of course, when we got near this right here, we got the ancient dangers. Yeah, there's definitely something inside there. Yeah, we built beds, but ooh, we actually built pretty good beds too. For some reason, I'm not sleeping in the beds. Go ahead and build one more for medic. All right, well, we've got a good amount laid out. Not much accomplished, but day one. So we're definitely on the right track. We will definitely be able to get one harvest before the winter comes. And that should be enough food to last us till next spring. Oh, escape pod. Oh, we could help this person. Pyromaniac. You know what, for the time being, I say we go ahead and do it. It is a pyromaniac, so that's going to be something we're going to deal with. 3. You destroy my base, I will arrest you, harvest your organs. You're just gonna walk out the door, bleeding all over my floor. You're just gonna walk out the door. All right then. Slowest walker ever. All right. So I say we go ahead and we call it a day for now. We can pick back up tomorrow. Oh, yep, and we're already starting to harvest. Yeah, so if she's using 40 and she'll have 4. I think it's wonderful. Now let me go ahead and put an X on those survival meals. Alright, so I think that's it for today. We'll pick back up. I think we got a nice little start. I'm gonna deconstruct some of the buildings, see if I can get some more blocks. What I need is marble. Where's marble? Actually, I don't think we have any more marble. This wall right here in the building we're in, that's it. Alright, might have to go mining. Well, we got a whole bunch of marble chunks. We can just go ahead and use those. Alright, until next time. Have fun. Oh, raid. Let's save it just in time.